Hello, assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Iqtidar Hussain and I am student of Rehan College. Today I am here again to have another insightful conversation with Maya. Our topic today is how to uh, cultivate
How to what? You cut out
a
for.
thankful mindset.
Nice. Cultivating a meaningful mindset. That's a good one. Seems like you've been on a roll with exploring some pretty thoughtful topics lately. What made you land on this one today?
Yeah, so gratitude is the one of the simplest, yes, most powerful habits we can practice. People how cultivate thankfulness, experience great happiness, strong and relationships and better mental health. However, any for us focus on what we like rather than appreciation what we have.
What we lack instead? Yeah, that makes total sense. It's easy to get stuck in a comparison game or fixating on what's missing. So, what are you hoping to figure out today about gratitude? Like, what specifically are you curious about when it comes to actually making it a habit?
In this conversation, Maya will help us understand the science of gratitude and practical ways to develop a thankful mindset in everyday life. So let's begin this discussion.
Sounds good. Let's dive in. So, from what I understand, gratitude isn't just some warm, fuzzy feeling. There's actually some solid science behind why it works so well.
So that,
It turns out practicing gratitude.
yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
Um,
Got ahead of myself.
Maya, first of all, what does it mean to have a thankful mindset?
Yeah, that's a good place to start. So, having a thankful mindset or a gratitude mindset isn't just about saying thank you when someone opens a door for you. It's more of a consistent way of seeing the world through a lens of appreciation. It's about focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, acknowledging the good things in your life, and recognizing that much of what we have isn't something we earned alone. It's this habit of noticing the good stuff, big or small, and feeling genuinely thankful for it. It's like training your brain to scan for the positive instead of dwelling on the negative.
Oh, yeah. Why is cultivating gratitude important?
Good question. I think people sometimes see gratitude as just being polite, but it's way deeper than that. When you make gratitude a regular thing, there's evidence that it lowers stress and even physical pain, helps you sleep better, and makes you more resilient when tough stuff happens. But beyond the biological stuff, it just seems to make people more hopeful, empathetic, and overall happier. That positivity kind of bleeds into your relationships too. Feeling grateful for others naturally makes you want to treat them better. So it's really a win win.
Yeah. How can gratitude affect in mental and physical health?
Mm, the effect on mental health is pretty well documented. When you practice gratitude, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, those feel good chemicals. It literally alters brain chemistry to make you feel better, but it gets even deeper than that. Gratitude actually strengthens parts of your brain involved in empathy and social connection, which helps your relationships too. On the physical side, some studies show a connection between gratitude and lowered blood pressure, better sleep, and even stronger immune systems. The idea is that being less stressed and more optimistic boosts your overall well being, which has a cascade effect on your body. It's pretty fascinating stuff, a simple habit with some powerful ripple effects.
Yeah, my that great answer. So,
That's awesome.
how can someone start
What were you saying about your
uh, practicing
Go ahead, finish your
gratitude daily?
thought. What were you asking about?
Yeah, so how can someone start practicing gratitude daily?
Good question. There are a bunch of ways, and what works best varies by person. One simple thing is just keeping a gratitude journal, writing down 3 to 5 things you're thankful for each day, no matter how small. Even just acknowledging them quietly works. Another technique is to mentally add grateful moments to your day, like when you're drinking your morning coffee or walking somewhere. Take that moment to think about one thing you're grateful for right then.
Yeah,
You can also show gratitude directly to others, write thank you notes, or just verbally thank people for the things they do. The key thing is to make it intentional and regular, and not just when you're feeling particularly optimistic.
yeah, that's good. Does gratitude need to be big gestures, or can small things count?
Definitely small things. In fact, I'd say start with the small stuff. The whole point is to retrain your brain to notice the good that's already around you. So you don't have to wait for big moments to feel grateful. Think like a good cup of tea, a sunny day, a compliment from a friend, seeing a cute dog on the street. Those tiny things add up. In some ways, focusing on the small stuff might even be more meaningful because it shows gratitude isn't conditional on major events happening.
Yeah, so once again, question: how does gratitude affect productivity?
Okay, so here's the interesting thing about gratitude and productivity. When you're focused on what you already have and appreciating the good in your life, it actually reduces stress and increases motivation. When you're less stressed, your brain can focus better and you're less likely to procrastinate or get overwhelmed. Plus, gratitude can foster resilience. When you run into obstacles, you're less likely to give up. There's this feeling of, okay, this is tough, but I
Yeah,
still have
there's
other things to be thankful for and I can keep going. So it's not about magically making tasks easier, but about changing your mental approach to work.
yeah, that's good. Can gratitude improve self esteem?
Absolutely. It really can. A lot of times, low self esteem comes from that negative self talk and constantly comparing yourself to others. Gratitude helps shift that focus. When you actively recognize your strengths or the good things in your life or the people who support you, it challenges those negative flubs. It's like saying, I'm actually pretty awesome because of this thing I did, or I'm worthy of love and friendship because I have these amazing people in my corner. That positive self recognition adds up to stronger self worth over time.
Yeah, so what's the biggest mistake people make when practicing gratitude?
That's a smart question. There are a few. I think one big one is treating gratitude like a chore or another to do list item. It's not about just checking boxes. If it feels forced or inauthentic, you're less likely to get the real benefits. Another thing I see is people comparing their gratitude lists, like feeling guilty because you're thankful for small things when others are dealing with big struggles. Gratitude doesn't have to be some competition. And finally, I think some people get stuck in patterns, always listing the same things they're thankful for. The practice really needs some variety to keep things fresh and authentic.
Yeah, Maya, all answers is very meaningful and grateful. So my last question is, what is your final advice for cultivating thankful mindsets?
That's a great way to end. Okay, so if I had to give one piece of final advice, make gratitude a daily habit, but don't treat it like a routine obligation. Experiment with different methods, a journal, mental check ins, thank you notes. Find what actually resonates with you. But more than anything, get curious about the little things. Look for the hidden blessings in ordinary moments and train your brain to prioritize those positive details. Start small, be genuine, and give it time. It's not a quick fix, but over time, gratitude really can transform your mindset and your life.
Yeah, thank you, Maya, for sharing such valuable insights about the have to cultivate a thankful mindset. From this conversation, we learn that gratitude is a simple but powerful habit that improves mental health and strengthen relationship and increase helpness by practicing daily reflection, opportunities, and experience of things, and anyone can develop a mindset of gratitude. So, thank you for anyone watching this conversation. My name is Iqtidar Hussain, and I will see you the next conversation with Maya. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
You're very welcome, Iktidar. You really did a great job leading this conversation. You were asking thoughtful questions and taking everything in. Glad the insights resonated with you, and I wish you all the best in building gratitude into your routine. Until next time.